Hi everyone, I'm Connor Firster with Universal Slate International in Calgary, and I'm going to be answering some questions regarding limestone and marble installation. When I originally started with Universal Slate 3 years ago, I did some tests with travertine to see what fluids commonly found in the kitchen was staining the sealed travertine, only to find that it didn't actually stain that readily. However, I still receive a lot of questions regarding the safety of limestone and marble in a bathroom installation. I wanted to find out for myself and for you as well, and really for everybody, exactly what sort of things in a bathroom can stain sealed limestone and sealed marble in the bathroom setting. So today I'm going to be testing out how prone certain limestones and marbles are to staining and things most commonly found in a bathroom. Some of these things are nail polish, contact lens fluid. Contact lens fluid I never really thought would stain it chemically. It doesn't really make sense to me, but I have received questions about it, thus implying that someone may have had some problem with it in some point in the past, or they've heard some sort of myth of it damaging a limestone or limestone countertop or marble insulation. Also is moisturizer cream, mouthwash, mainly because of the green dye, red lipstick, and also toothpaste, again mainly for the dye. So what I have here is 4 different samples here. I've got Lagos Blue, also known as our Mirage limestone. This is a hone finish. This has been sealed with 511 impregnated. Our Bianco Luna, that's our version of Bianco Carrera, which is a marble. We've got the Ivory travertine, and our sort of Turkish version of the Crema Marfil marble. Now all of these, like I said, with the Mirage have all been sealed with 511 impregnator. I found that 511 impregnator seems to be the best sealer choice for limestone and marble in particular, but also really any other stone. Any other stone where we don't really know exactly the best sealer to use, 511 impregnator does the best job in that. It definitely seals and waterproofs the stone, but it also doesn't alter the look of the stone, so it's not prone to splotching or yellowing or anything like that. So I've went ahead and sealed everything, so we're just going to start going sequentially now and trying to stain. So pouring a little bit of everything on it, letting it sit for about 10 to 15 minutes, which I think would be a normal amount of time that you would have a stain on a stone just sitting there, and then trying to wash it off and see what the results are. So I'm going to be going through these sequentially, starting off with nail polish. I've actually used this before, so I don't really, I was expecting it to spill a lot more readily. Followed by deep red lipstick. Followed by the contact lens solution, Bausch & Lomb. As you can see there, the effect of the sealer, it's already beating on the surface. Scope mouthwash. Moisturizer. And lastly, some toothpaste. We'll just let those sit after I complete the rest of the selections here. Alright, now that those are done, I'm just going to let those sit for about 15 minutes. Come back, try washing them off. Basically, I'm just going to rinse it off with hot soapy water, see what the result is. If there's anything that looks like it needs to be cleaned off a little more abrasively, I'll try those at that time. Alright, see you in a bit. Alright, it's been about just over 15 minutes now, and we're going to go ahead and wash these off with some warm soapy water, with the exception of the nail polish. We'll obviously use nail polish remover. And I'll come back here and see what the results are. Alright? Alright, something occurred to me that while I was washing all this off is that I might as well show myself actually washing it off, just so you know that I'm not switching tiles here. But as you can see, washing off quite well. I already washed it off the Carrera, and that actually turned out surprisingly well. The thing with travertine is that the fill used in the all the little holes creates a little interface there where little stains can fall between. And that was the one thing I found that during my kitchen tests, is that it was actually the little pieces of epoxy fill that actually absorb stain most of all. But even still, it's washing out quite well. This is my first experience with nail polish remover, and this seems to be just like an absolute super solvent. Let's get all this off too. Okay. Let's get another paper towel here. Okay, and Bob's pretty much your uncle there. Just going to finish off doing the Mirage. Found also that the nail polish remover was also really helpful in taking off the lipstick. Just the fact that it's so waxy makes it very hard to remove with just soap and water. And this also ends up serving as another test of nail polish remover on stone. And no adverse effects whatsoever. Alright, and here you see the results. Really not much left to speak of at all in terms of any sort of staining or degradation of the stone. The Crema Marfil and the Carrera turned out exceptionally well, contrary to popular opinion that marble is particularly sensitive. I'd say the only thing that we had here is a bit of pinkishness left remaining in the travertine, just as a result, again, as what I was saying, of the epoxy fill having little cracks in it that soaks up moisture and any sort of staining agent. But other than that, there's really no issue at all. So there you have it. That is the extent of the damage of 15 minutes worth of staining agents on limestone, 2 marbles, and a travertine. So really not nearly as devastating as the media or the myth will have you to believe. So thanks for joining me here, and next week maybe we'll do some acid etching tests, just so you have an idea of what cleaners can and can't do, and what cleaners are and are not necessary on limestone and marble. All right, have a good week. Bye-bye.